Now, anyone who knows me knows how much I love cows. Like, to me, they're just giant versions of puppies. So I always kid with Rick how I want a cow every year for Christmas. Are you kidnapping my dog?
Yep.
So tonight for dinner, I'm just going to whip up a pasta bake. I don't really have a bunch of plans for it. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. And I have a bunch of elbow noodles I'm going to use up. Figure pasta's pasta, right? So I'm going to boil up some elbow noodles. I'm going to fry up some ground beef, a little onion, a little garlic, and then some Italian seasonings. And then we'll just mix it all together with the pasta and some sauce. And then throw it in the oven with some cheese on top and see how it tastes. Good morning. Happy Saturday again. So it's the Saturday before Christmas, and that makes it even busier than normal. So today Rick and I are going to take a run out down the road to a local farm where we purchase our beef for the year. We generally buy a quarter cow, and that gets us through the entire year, and that feeds, me and Rick, the girls, and then my mom and stepdad. It's a lot cheaper to purchase it from the farm. I think it's about $5 a pound versus what you would pay at the grocery store, which I know is a lot more than $5 a pound. So we're going to do that today. And then with it being the holiday week, we have family and friends coming over on Christmas Day. Coco, don't interrupt me. She's barking at the vacuum cleaner. The vacuum is doing its thing over there, and they don't like that very much. Anyways, what I was saying, we have family and friends coming over this week, and I do have to work as well as Rick. So the girls are here this weekend. Tessie's back from school, so that's fun. We get to spend some time with her right now. And I know Evelyn's going to be hanging out with her boyfriend this weekend, so we'll make some treats for them while they're here. And then just get the final preparations for the holiday completely closed up so that we can just enjoy that holiday when it gets here. So let's get to it. So we're off to the farm down the road to get our cow. We're going to go pick up the meat for the year. Now, anyone who knows me knows how much I love cows. Like, to me, they're just giant versions of puppies. So I always kid with Rick how I want a cow every year for Christmas. This is not how I wanted the cow. At the same time, I like meat, so I can't really be against the fact that we're going to buy some meat. So, and it's going to provide for our family. So as much as I love cows, I like to eat them too. There's Brett. Brett just drove by. It's Evelyn's boyfriend. Anyways, let's go get our cow. Well, we just picked up our cow. Like I said, it's not the cow I wanted, but it will do. If you're ever looking for a cow, shop local farmers. And this particular farmers, what is it called? Hickory Road Farms.
Hickory Road Farms.
So shop here, real nice people, family run business. So definitely would recommend them. And pretty reasonable prices. Like I said, it was probably about $5 a pound. So pretty good. But all right. let's go put this stuff in our freezer. We got all this meat for about what was it, $1,200? $1,300. For this will last us probably over a year. So, and this is just a quarter of a pound. But it's stuck in our freezer, so we'll be good for a while. We actually still had some from the last one up there.
Yeah, a couple there, and I found a hamburger. So 2, 4,
Oh,
6,
okay.
8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 40, 80, 104 pounds of ground.
I like how they package those.
Yeah, 40 pounds of ground in each one. So I'm going to try and fit this whole box in the drawer.
Okay.
So that'll be 104 pounds of ground beef.
Oh, that will last us a while. Are you kidnapping my dog?
Yep. I've told her she's my service dog. She's my service dog.
Twink Twink, are you going to Gamma's?
When I need a hug, I get your dog.
That's fine. We got enough critters to go around.
I know you do. It's like I'll never have to get another pet ever in my life.
No, we'll keep getting them for you. Have fun, Twink. All right, so tonight we're going to do something quick and simple. I'm just going to make a quick pasta bake. Just to make something that we can have a lot of leftovers for. So I'm going to brown up some ground beef here and make some elbow noodles. That's kind of the only pasta I currently have, so we're just going to use it on up. And then mix everything together and throw it in a casserole dish and bake it in the oven with some cheese. I think it will be alright. Let's see if it works. One of the tricks I like to use is I like to use paper towel when I want to absorb any extra grease from the meat. Instead of trying to strain it or drain it, I just put in some paper towel and absorb it. It works so much better and takes minutes. The only thing I have to do is make sure I don't drop it on the floor because the dogs would totally eat the paper towel right up. No question about it. Alright, so I got that all browned up. So I'm going to put in some dehydrated onion. Just because I'm in a time crunch and I really don't want to cut up a real onion. So this will work just fine. A little onion. And then we'll add in some garlic powder. Just a little sprinkle for flavor. I don't really measure this stuff. I'm just going to dump in a little bit at a time. And if I need to add more, I can always add more. And then we're going to make this an Italian pasta bake, so I'm going to just throw in some Italian seasoning. Give it a little flavor. Mix it all up. I'm going to throw in a little bit of minced garlic. About a teaspoon minced garlic. Mix that all up. That should give it some flavor. Maybe a little salt. And a little pepper. You could probably hear Rick. He's watching a YouTube video in the background. So if you're wondering what that is, it's just Rick. He's chilling on the recliner. He likes to watch YouTube. I think a lot of us do. I know I do. And I appreciate any of you who are watching me right now. I think I'm going to do a little more Italian seasoning. Just make sure there's good flavor there. That should be good enough. And then once my noodles are all done, I'm going to mix the noodles into this pot and throw in some spaghetti sauce. Bake it in the oven, probably at like 350 for about 30 minutes or so. Let me turn that on now. Oh, I know, I was going to add some mushrooms to this. Almost forgot to add my mushrooms. Let me rinse these off. Dump in some mushrooms. We'll let those cook down a little bit, mix them in the meat. So it got a little loud in my house. I decided to mute the background noise and just do a voiceover for this one. But I added in the pasta to the meat and the mushroom and the seasoning mixture and mixed it in real good. And then once that was all mixed together, I went in and added in the Prego pasta sauce that I had in the cabinet. I like Prego, it's pretty good and it's inexpensive, so it's always a good alternative to making anything from scratch. So keeps it simple. I added 1 jar into that mix, and then I went in and put a little warm water into the jar just to get any remnants of the jar out, and then added that back into the mix as well. Then you just go in and stir that all up. Then I go in and I throw in some Parmesan cheese, a little Parmesan, and then I also added a little bit of mozzarella and mixed that up as well. You can never go wrong with a little extra cheese to any meal, especially being from Wisconsin. That's what we do here. When in doubt, you add cheese. So I'm going to put in the rest of the Parmesan and then mix that in. And then I'm going to top everything off with the remaining mozzarella that I had left. And then I just went in and popped it in the oven on 350 for about 30 minutes. Of course, I forgot to take a video of what it looked like when it was all said and done, but I just went ahead and I portioned everything out into individual lunch sizes for Rick and I for the next few days, and it really was delicious. It turned out great and super easy comfort food that everyone enjoyed. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.